Hi, this is Sal Parks from Conscious Entrepreneur, and in this video I want to share with you 3 powerful ways of how to increase your levels of self-discipline, because without self-discipline it's next to impossible for us to realise our highest creative visions and create a life and business that we love. Now, self-discipline has never come easy to me. It's something I've had to continue to work really hard at, because naturally I'm not overly organised as a person, but it's kind of like a quality I've had to learn to develop. So there's 3 ways which I'm going to share with you today that I've found have been really effective when it comes to cultivating self-discipline and just basically taking action, even when you feel tempted to just lie on the sofa and read a book or surf around on the internet. So firstly, what is self-discipline? Well, self-discipline is just that ability to resist temptation to do something else or to not do something when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to take action and override those feelings of not wanting to do something and just doing it anyway. So here are the 3 things I'm going to share with you today, which I really hope will allow you to cultivate more self-discipline and just create more enjoyment and satisfaction and progress in your business. The first one is alignment. You want to make sure that physically, emotionally and intellectually that you're in alignment. And what I mean by this is, quite often when we're working on a project or working on something creative, we have this obligated feeling of I need to be doing this or I should be doing this, but that kind of obligated action is actually rooted in fear, and fear creates disproportionately small results compared to creating from a place of joy, happiness and inspiration. So really what you want to be doing is focusing a majority of your time on doing the actions that you actually want to do, and not feel that you need to do them or should do them, but you want to do, because that's going to create much more powerful results in your business. So I suppose next time you think, oh, I need to do X and Y in order to achieve Z outcome, just remember that creating from a place of fear, which is where this need comes from, because you fear that you're not going to get an end outcome if you don't do certain activities. So when you create from a place of fear, it's actually a very weakened place to create from. So you want to be creating from a place where you're being pulled by inspiration and wanting to do something, as opposed to being pushed by this sense of obligation. And number 2 is basically set yourself up so you're always winning. This took me a while to figure out. I just completed this training on writing, basically how to write articles for online purposes. And I was setting myself this completely unrealistic goal for me. And I say it was unrealistic for me because it would have been really easy peasy to somebody else, but for me it was really difficult. That was 4 articles in an afternoon based on the training that I just finished. So I get started and I was just continually feeling this sense of feeling like overwhelmed and like defeated and like I wasn't making any progress and disheartened, and I wasn't really enjoying the creative process of writing, which I really did want to do. But when I kind of set myself these goals, I was setting myself up to lose, basically. And when I realised this, I completely reversed it and went the other way and set myself ridiculously small goals with the aim of making progress faster. So instead of those 4 articles, I would give myself a goal of basically 1 draft of an article in an afternoon. That's all I had to do, and the psychological satisfaction of ticking that 1 draft off my list was just enough to make me think, well, I've done that, I want to do more, you know, because I was celebrating the fact that I just completed my goal of that 1 draft, and then I went on to do more. And basically that's what I mean by setting yourself up so you're always winning, because the kind of psychological satisfaction you get out of completing something instantly spurs you on to want to go and do more and complete something else. It's just, and before you know, you're just creating and creating, and that's a really easy way of basically enhancing your levels of self-discipline, which is if you set yourself up so you're always winning and you're always succeeding in completing something. The 3rd one is the power of rituals. Rituals are really important. They're basically habits that we form, like brushing your teeth. We don't really think, oh right, okay, sum up the energy, I'm going to go and brush my teeth now. And that's basically where you want to be when it comes to the activities in your business. You want to think, right, okay, I've just got to do it, and not even think, right, okay, it's time to do this. And the easiest way that I found for kind of developing rituals in your business or even your life is to basically create a list of everything that's involved in working towards your goal. And then what you want to do is you want to take those activities and create a weekly timetable. You can create that in Excel or like a spreadsheet, and then you want to take those activities and you want to kind of place them in your timetable so they have specific times of when they're going to be done. And initially it takes willpower to kind of like bring on board this new schedule, but one thing I would say is once you've created this schedule, the aim isn't to work and make that schedule a ritual overnight. What I suggest is no more than 1 or 2 activities. If you can start introducing them each week and kind of committing to 1 or 2 activities without fail each week and building on that, introducing 2 more, 1 or 2 more each week, then before you know it, it took me about 7 to 8 weeks, you've actually got a working ritual to which you adhere to. And when you're kind of working in that way, you don't really need too much self-discipline. You just kind of, not on autopilot, but you just have that structure where there's no need to battle with yourself, should I do it, should I not do it? Like brushing your teeth, you just kind of do it because that's the way it is. So it takes 27 days or 27 repetitions to form a habit, so be patient with yourself on that one. So those are the 3 ways that I found of cultivating self-discipline for greater progress in my business and life. And just to go over them again, the first one is you want to make sure that you're in alignment. So you want to make sure that you're creating from a place of doing the activities you want to, as opposed to doing the activities that you feel obligated to. The second one is you want to basically set yourself up so that you're always winning. So adjust your goals, even if they're really small baby goals, you can always do more than those baby goals, but you get the psychological satisfaction and the feeling of progress of just ticking that off your list, and you know, lots of small goals eventually lead to a big outcome. And the third one is you want to be cultivating rituals and habits so that essentially you're not having to employ self-discipline, you just know where you're at and you're just working from your daily schedule. Again, this is Sal Parks from Conscious Entrepreneur, and I hope you found this video helpful. I look forward to speaking with you soon.